Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video on SAO Fatal Bullet. It is that time again, time of the DLC. We now have Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet 2 Betrayal of Comrades in this update that we had yesterday, and then plus all the stuff that added with the DLC just made Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet like the super funnest game to play again. I actually did a live stream earlier on my channel, and it was super dope playing with the homies doing some PvP. But let's get right into what is going on with this DLC, because they added a whole lot of goodies and some surprises, both good and bad. And we're going to talk about what those both good and bad surprises are. Let's get right into it. Alright, yeah, so when you open up the Betrayal of Comrades DLC on the game, you're going to get this message first, and basically it's just going to tell you that the story mode for Betrayal of Comrades can be accessed only after reaching the Forgotten Woods, just like with the Ambush of Imposters. And it's going to give you this little thing right here, Betrayal of Comrades Story Mode. Story Mode in Betrayal of Comrades features a standalone story. To access this mode, select Start Game from the title screen and pick a save slot. From there, you'll be taken yada yada yada. In order to do that, yada yada yada. Now, this is the meat and potato stuff right here. What you want to know: Betrayal of Comrades details: new officers' speech patterns added. 3 female, 2 male. Story content and quests have been added as a part of the new story mode. Home expansion quest added includes features for music, voice, and event scene playback and accessory enhancement and transformation. Shirley and Clarence added, and new difficult dungeon and Demon Cave was added, and then new bosses. All right, new quests added: Shinon, Yuki, yada yada yada. 5 new weapons added, 4 new outfit and blueprints added, 2 new accessories added, 2 new faces, 2 new eyebrow styles, and new hairstyles available for avatar customization. Elizabeth weapon enhancement goes up so you can make weapon, weapon rank 9s. Basically for that. All right, and then you got to changing your officer's speech pattern. Basically, you just go to the customization in your room and you can change the pattern. I haven't actually done it myself because I want to get into the meat potatoes game, and you want to get into the meat potatoes of the game too. And you probably are asking yourself or asking me this question right now, if you haven't already got this DLC: is it worth it? Should you spend your money on this DLC because, it's DLC for Fatal Bullet? Am I gonna, is it gonna make my gaming experience that much, better or that much worse if I do get it or don't get it? Well, the simple answer I have for you is this: yes, get this DLC. This DLC is actually really, really good because it is very challenging. The last DLC, Ambush of Imposters, was fantastic, but personally, I felt that it was a breeze. Whatever level that you had, because, we were waiting for DLC, and we were hungry for DLC, and we were, max level waiting for it, and we kind of breezed through that DLC. This DLC, I don't know about you, but I didn't really grind too much after Ambush of Imposters, so when I got into this DLC, I'm not the highest level that you can go. So you could do it if you're not exactly high level, like my character's 136 at this point in time. I can do the content, but it's tough. And then it makes me want to grind. And then, because they added the new feature of gaining EXP when you're with your party members, online co-op, that makes the grinding that much better. So now you have a reason to grind, and then you can go get all this new stuff. And listen, the challenges in this DLC are super duper tough. I'm level 135, and I thought for sure that I could take care of whatever I had to take care of in extreme mode. What you're seeing right now, this gameplay, is about to be in extreme mode. And it was super difficult in extreme mode. I think I got past maybe the first room in extreme mode, and then I realized very quickly that, no, and no. I need to go back to normal mode so I don't get mollywopped, so I can make some videos for you. And normal mode was even difficult too. Because how sometimes when you play in normal mode, you feel like, that's kind of cheesy because I'm super overpowered over everything and I kind of two-shot everything. No, not so. Not so. Even at level 135, these enemies, they're super tough. And they are extremely smart. Like the first boss fight that I had, Kirito, you have to definitely defeat him in a certain specific way. He has a clone Kirito, and I'm going to show you that in probably next video. I'll show you that because I'm going to probably do a let's play of the DLCs or whatever like that. I just fell off the side. Probably, show you some of the boss fights, whatever, and strategies that I used to beat him. But the Kirito, I think I fought him in normal mode, or I'm not sure. But I know for a certainty that he was really difficult. Now, what's really cool about that, though, and this is the part that I really like, for everybody who was struggling to get a decent photon blade, your worries are 100% over. The Bandai Namco has listened to all of our hopes and prayers They said, you guys want photon blades? You guys want to grind photon blades without going find some random facsimile out in the boondocks that only drops it like once every 30 tries? Yeah, we got you. It seems like the first like 3 bosses that you fight in this new DLC, they all drop like photon blades, like actual photon blades. You fight Kirito, he drops a photon blade. There is like this facsimile, this giant facsimile boss that you fight, he drops a photon blade, and it's just, you keep seeing me fall off the edge here. It's because I was brand new to this. This is like the actual first run of me doing it, and you can see he's levels 166. I didn't know like how strong or tough these things are going to be in extreme mode, and I didn't know this map, so every time I fell off a corner, I jumped off a corner, I fell off the side. But, yeah, let me go skip to some gameplay here of the first boss. Alright, now here is right here the first sub-boss that you fight. This little floating cannon thing. It's level 170, and he spawns his own little ads, his own little flying droids right here. So you can pretty much, if you wanted to, stay here and just farm these droids all day and get experience off of them, because I'm pretty sure they give you some experience and they keep, like, recreating. I know, and I was doing a stream earlier, and some of the people were like, hey, what's a good way to farm some EXP? And I think now, with the new DLC and the new update, the best way to do that is just to go into co-op mode with some friends and just fight like an easy boss and get some XP that way. But definitely, if you want to, if you're of the mind, I would definitely suggest sit here and farm these drones all day, because I'm pretty sure they give you some nice experience points, especially in extreme mode. Now, what's really cool about this boss, too, is that not only does he spawn these little drones, he spawns heavy facsimiles that, yes, and you see it. And these aren't even the heavy facsimiles that I was talking about earlier. These are some extra other heavy facsimiles that I just forgot to mention. He spawns these things, and they have photon blades. So I'm not sure exactly the validity of this, so really don't quote me. But I do believe that if you fight these things enough, because they will keep spawning. Like, if you don't kill the floating cannon guy, like, fast enough, he keeps spawning these things. Like, another one's going to spawn here in a second. And I believe if you fight these things enough, they probably will drop a photon blade for you. Now, again, I'm not sure if that's actually a thing, but if they do drop a photon blade, it probably won't be anything but a rare. But that's okay, though, because, you know, it probably is like a weapon rank 8 or weapon rank 9 photon blade that they drop. That's like a rare or something like that. But they keep spawning, and there's probably a chance for you to get a photon blade. Now, if you are a Gosu and you already know this and you've been doing all the farming, let us know that down in the comments below. Let me know that so I don't waste my time and everybody else doesn't waste their time. Because 100%, whenever I feel like I think it's time for me to go ahead and grind this out and try to see if it drops one, I'm going to try to drop it, and it will probably take me some hours, and I would like to know if I'm going to do it to success or not like that, and I think everybody else would love to know that. Another thing that the live stream told me, some players or viewers in my live stream, because I was playing a little bit earlier, I was like, they have those 2 new bosses, Hakai Crimson and Hakai something or other. I can't remember what they said the other one's name was. 2 little ninjas that you see. They look really, really freaking dope. I was super expecting that we were going to get katanas in the game, because those ninjas, their weapons are like metal sword katanas. But people were telling me they don't drop katanas. What they do is they drop pistols. I'm not exactly sure if that's 100% true. If you got them to drop katanas, definitely let me know that down in the comments. But for the most part, the people that I was playing with earlier, they're like, no, they don't drop katanas, they drop pistols. I think that's a giant L, because katanas in the game would be really, really dope. Alright, so this is just the first sub-boss gameplay. I'm going to come back at you a little bit later, probably later on tonight, or maybe early tomorrow with room number 2. But for certainty, if you're still like on the fence of whether or not you should get this DLC, get the DLC, man. Because you love SAO, Fatal Bullet, you got the game. Why not continue playing the story and see where it goes? Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you next time. Peace to the out.